So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And some space here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Running right, here's Sanders. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
You ain't doing nothing today. Hey, check, Mike 21, Mike 21, check.
On 1st down, Barkley. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 20-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. To Barkley on the check down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
But he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Gano the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And Sanders has got it complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. He sets to fire deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Giants are going to take over here up near the 40. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like it.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley as the first half is winding down. And the Giants have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
These two teams, they met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife. Second and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Take it in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline. But you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Here's second and 10. Hurts. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They go play action with Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
To throw once more on second and 10. Hurts. Open right side, complete to Reagor. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 1,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Well, fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Malik Hooker. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Let's get off the field. Like 10. Like 10, like 10. Push him back.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Being chased out left. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second and 6. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play, because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
Back to throw here. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and throw for it here. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Henry Ruggs, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
Well, sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together... And now here's another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
49 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11.
Back to throw.
Open man is Duvernay.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. Touchdown. A big play there with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, Here in the stadium, you can just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I
really
want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
But let's watch it and find out who's right.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. 20, 10, 5. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, with the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play. And there was a good opportunity that just went awry there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
On second down, here's Barkley. Bulldozes past him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 58 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick-6 because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Here's a 2nd and 7. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's got room. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Finds his tight end Ingram. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Azeez Ojulari in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Back to throw. That swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Going for it with Sanders. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll get another home date next week.